On the dark web, you can buy pretty much everything. Drugs, weapons, organs, and now even COVID-19 vaccines. On some dark web marketplaces, you can find vaccines from as low as $50 to $600 and more. What's behind it? Let's find out more. Getting vaccinated means different things to different people. But to many, vaccines mean safety and freedom. An end to the corona crisis, returning to normality and all the things we took for granted before. Some people want to get their hands on a vaccine shot as soon as possible and at all costs, even if that means getting it illegally. So far, only 1% of the world's population have been vaccinated. Every time the US announced that a COVID-19 vaccine had been approved, some of it would be illegally put up for sale on the dark web almost immediately. And now that governments worldwide are discussing granting privileges to vaccinated people, fake vaccine passports and negative tests are being sold too. On the dark web, that is. Remember, that part of the internet cannot be found through normal browsers and search engines. Users surf the dark web completely anonymously. So, on the one hand, the dark web offers a safe space for political dissidents and whistleblowers. On the other hand, it allows criminals to trade things like illegal drugs or bank account details for hacking. Most of the sellers only accept cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which are very hard for the authorities to trace. The internet security company Kaspersky found sellers on the dark web offering COVID vaccines from places like Germany. Some of the sellers had apparently already sold 100 to 500 doses. Even if you're considering buying COVID vaccines now, we hope you're not, please be aware that on the black market you have absolutely no guarantee that you are buying a real product. This is, of course, potentially very dangerous when we talk about vaccines. After all, how would you know if it was a real vaccine or not? Despite these reviews, consumers probably can't tell whether the vaccines are fake or not. And even if they were real, most vaccines need to be kept at very low temperatures or they stop being effective. The most robust one, AstraZeneca, needs to be kept at fridge temperature. So even if you receive the real thing, chances are high it's lost its effect during transport. Taking unverified medical products puts your health at risk. For example, they might not offer any immunity or they could even have serious side effects. Also, a lot of people think it's unfair to be able to skip the queue just because you can afford to pay. Most countries prioritize people who are more likely to get severely ill by COVID-19, not to people with money. A real threat to society are fake negative tests or so-called vaccine passports. On the dark web, both seem to be in especially high demand. Some vaccine passports were even being sold on the platform Etsy. The reason for all this? In parts of Europe, for example, people with vaccine passports or negative COVID tests enjoy privileges like shopping or traveling. But by using fake test results or vaccine passports, you put others at risk of getting or transmitting COVID-19, and thus you would sabotage worldwide efforts to put an end to the corona crisis.